Hey everyone, and welcome to the next video chat in our series. We hope you're all staying safe and healthy during these new and challenging times. One of our goals with this series is to help learn from each other's experiences and highlight all the parts of the supply chain that are being impacted right now. So we've been talking a lot with farmers who have either seen their markets totally evaporate in the case of restaurants, or explode with new demand in the case of things like online sales. And so we're keeping an eye on this and really hoping that lasts. Many of these farmers have told us that they're keeping a close eye on their processor and praying that this crucial part of the supply chain holds steady. So we happen to know someone who may be able to shed some light on this. With me today is Sepp Harvin of Williamsburg Packing in Kingstree, South Carolina. Sepp, we are so glad to have you with us today, and we really appreciate your sharing your time with us with all that's going on right now. So first and foremost, how are you and your family doing, and how is the team at the plant?
Knock on wood, we're all doing well. We haven't had any cases nearby us. And so we're just trying to keep people out who don't belong here and sanitize every time somebody walks in.
That's great to hear. So can you tell us a little bit about your operation, like when you started, who you serve, and where you fit into the meat business?
We're a small USDA slaughter processing facility. We harvest chickens, turkeys, ducks, geese, beef, pork, lamb, goat, water buffalo, bison, and alpacas for a variety of farmers, kind of from Virginia to Georgia. About 3 weeks ago, when the virus outbreak first started, people just stopped bringing animals. I think there was panic, and then I was concerned about what were we going to do in a week when we ran out of animals. But that seems to be correcting itself now that the farmers have found other markets or finding other markets.
And so how has this changed, how it goes on a day-to-day basis? Like, have you had to make operational changes, and, have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, I think this is unprecedented. I don't think anyone's seen anything like this. Our wholesale business just went to nothing, just as the farmers did. But the last 3 or 4 days, we've just been inundated with animals. Farmers have found other markets, online markets. Some are doing deliveries. A lot are having people come by their farm for drive-through pickups. And so they have been trying to replace their lost restaurant business. And most of them seem to be figuring out something that's working for them. So then they start bringing more animals. And so we went from being caught up to 2.5 weeks behind.
Wow. And so recognizing that nobody has a crystal ball, how do you see things unfolding, and what could it mean for your business down the line?
Well, I'm praying that we struggle through this, our customers struggle through, and in a couple months we start to come out of this. But who knows how long it's going to take for the markets to fully recover, the restaurant wholesale business to recover. People may be dying to get out as soon as the restrictions are lifted, or they may be a little gun shy because this is a pretty serious disease, and it may take months or years to come back.
Is there anything that you're keeping an eye on from a regulatory perspective?
Food inspection is mandated. We're a necessary industry. The concern is if we have an employee get sick or an inspector gets sick, then we all are potentially exposed. So that's my primary concern is trying to keep the virus away from our building, away from our facility.
So if there was one thing that you could ask from the general public, what would it be?
Patience and common sense. Stop hoarding. There's not a big, shortages are all perceived because people are hoarding in the stores. The supply chains, fill what's normally purchased in the stores. And when you quadruple that, the warehouses, the trucking, the processors, nobody is equipped for it. So it just emptied the supply chain, and it takes a while to refill. So if people will calm down and use some common sense, stay home, stay bunkered down, and just buy what you need, we'll all be okay.
That's great advice. Yeah, that's very, very grateful. And what would you say to farmers and your customers?
We're doing our best. Bear with us. We'll bear with y'all. Bear with us.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, ma'am. I thank you for everything you're doing, Emily. This is a good program.
Well, we really appreciate everything you do, and thanks for sharing your experience with us, Sep. I know there's a lot of folks out there who are feeling this situation hard, and appreciate hearing from you.
I
So,
feel for them.
well, we are all hoping things turn around real soon. Goodbye, everyone. Take care of each other, wash those hands, and we look forward to seeing you again next time.